Hey everybody, in today's video, we're going to be talking about 5 marketing strategies you should be doing or at least experimenting with within your online business. If you guys don't know, my name's Lamar and I'm a 7-figure serial entrepreneur. On this channel, I help you start and scale your online business. I'll show you how to take your business from a tiny stream and turn it into a mighty river. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any content that I'm coming out with. And please give this video a thumbs up or drop a comment below if you're getting value out of today's video. Without further ado, let's jump into today's video and talk about strategy number 1, which is content marketing. When it comes to content marketing, this can come in the form of many different mediums, from articles or blog posts to case studies to videos to social media posts. Basically, at its core, content marketing should be providing valuable, informative, entertaining content to attract and retain your ideal customer. Whether you have an Amazon FBA business or a SaaS business or a digital course business, it doesn't really matter. You want to come across in your content as an expert. You want to help your customers. You want to provide value to them. And then in return, they will come and they will support your business. Now, a really key and important tip when it comes to content marketing is that you want to be recycling that content. Let's say, for example, you're creating a blog post. That blog post will help your website and SEO for that content piece. So if people are searching, on Google, they will be finding that piece of content. However, you can also turn that article into a YouTube video, right? So that YouTube video now will be able to be found on YouTube. It'll help your website and article SEO, but then you could take it even a step further. You can take that YouTube video, break it up, cut it up, and create a TikTok videos or YouTube shorts, right? So the idea here is that you want to be constantly recycling content. You don't want to be creating one medium of content and then not using it elsewhere. If you're going to put in the work and the effort in creating content, blast it everywhere. Cut it up, do whatever you can, use it everywhere possible. Get loud with that content. Another tip, and I think that this is actually a trend that we're seeing with content marketing, is that it's quite ideal if you can be the face of your brand. From my own personal experience, I really wasn't the face of my brand when it came to Amazon FBA. I had 3 e-commerce stores and I really wasn't the face of the brand at all for any of them. And I was kind of hidden behind the scenes. Yeah, sure, I signed off on the emails with my name and my picture was on the about page, but I really wasn't promoting. I wasn't actively pitching the product. People didn't know me for those products. And I think that you becoming the face of your brand, you'll not only build trust with your customers, but you'll also build a longer lasting, more credible brand long term. The next strategy that you must be using for your online business is search engine optimization. And at a very basic level, search engine optimization is making sure that your website is optimized, making sure that your product titles, your product descriptions, your product images all have proper SEO formatting. Reviews can help with SEO. You want to make sure that you're doing all of the core pieces to give your website, your product, your brand the best presence that it can online. And the easiest way to do that is with SEO. This not only will improve trust and credibility for your brand, but it'll also help drive organic traffic. And if your content marketing strategy that I just touched on is on point, then that will just help feed the organic traffic to your website. Now, once you have that foundational SEO infrastructure in place for your website and for your products, your product listings. The next thing to think about is a combination between the two strategies that I'm talking about here, which is your content marketing strategy and your SEO strategy, because they really do go hand in hand. And this is something that I've just learned in the past year. But SEO and articles and really providing high quality, valuable content to attract your ideal customer is a very effective way at driving organic traffic to your website. And I'm going to be creating a video all about SEO and my SEO strategy that's working really well. And in fact, just over the past 4 months, I've increased my organic traffic almost 400%. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss when I come out with that video. The next marketing strategy that I want to talk about is influencers and user-generated content. And I've kind of put these both subjects into the same bucket because they're very similar. In the one hand, you have influencers, and influencers, let's say, are, people with some sort of a following. You can kind of define it as anybody above maybe 2, 3, 5,000 followers, let's say, as a very easy baseline. User-generated content, on the other hand, is either asking or empowering your own customers to create content for you, and typically for some sort of a reward or payment. I think we are seeing a shift from the use of influencers, specifically very large influencers, to more organic, user-generated content, whether it's incentivized or not. But at the end of the day, whether it's influencers or your own customers and user-generated content, it's about getting them to post about your business and share your business with their followers. And one tip that I want to give you here is don't discount micro influencers or user-generated content. You might think when you start, conceptualizing your strategy, how you're going to be implementing it with your business, that the bigger accounts are going to have a bigger impact. And that's not always the case, right? You can have many micro influencers, or you can empower your own customer base. And oftentimes those more genuine conversations, those more genuine posts are just going to do just as well, if not better, than, trying to get a bunch of big influencers to make posts about your business that just come off a little bit fake. This whole strategy is, whether you're using influencers or user-generated content, is all about creating genuine content about your business and your brand. The next strategy that you absolutely have to be doing is email marketing. Email marketing has been around forever, and it still works. In fact, it might even be working better today than it ever has been. And the reason for that is I think people are getting social media fatigue, and they almost kind of expect to receive information that they care about via email. You're seeing a lot of very successful newsletters really emphasize email and subscribership versus reading the news on a website or on social media. It's all about getting subscribers, providing that high quality content that not only feeds your SEO, but you can also feed into email and kind of nurture and build a relationship with your subscriber base. Now, many of the automated email flows can be just set up once and then they're kind of done. However, if you're looking to build some sort of an ongoing, newsletter and an ongoing communication channel with your subscribers, then you're probably going to be tying in content marketing in some way there as well. When it comes to attracting email subscribers, I've already made a couple of videos on it, but there are some very extremely effective ways at generating email subscribers. You've probably have experienced some of them yourself, whether that be a discount or a quiz or an ebook, but one in particular is working extremely well for building email lists. And I mean very big email lists in a very short amount period of time, and that's contests. And I'll link up in the description below a video that I did on a contest where they were able to generate tens of thousands of emails in 7 days, 14 days. And I think if you guys copy what's working when it comes to this, you'll see very similar success. Last but not least, strategy number 5 is advertising. Advertising is unique because it allows you to serve ads directly to your ideal customer profile. Whereas in all the other strategies, you're either relying on people organically finding you or people being referred to you by a friend or an influencer, people stumbling across your website or finding out about your product in a marketplace such as Amazon or Shopify App Store and finding out about your business or your brand through there. Advertising, on the other hand, allows you to place a very targeted ad in front of your ideal customer. Now, if you decide to run ads, you do want to be careful because it can very quickly become extremely expensive. So you do want to make sure that you're testing a lot of different ad creatives, your messaging, even segmenting your ideal customer profile. Facebook, Google, YouTube, all these ad platforms have a lot of ways to target that ideal customer, and you can play with the creatives to really maximize your ROI. People often think that advertising is kind of the best strategy because it's the easiest to scale.
Oh, once you figure out advertising, once you have your customer acquisition cost down to an acceptable level, then you can just dump on a bunch of money and scale up your business.
While that in theory is often, very attractive, in reality, it doesn't always work out that way. While it's the easiest method to deploy cash through, it's not always the easiest method to scale. Whereas the other strategies that I've been talking about earlier in today's video might not scale as well, or they might be a little bit harder. They might take a little bit longer to see the results from. Your business might benefit from them more. And that's the point that I want to leave you with here. You want to constantly be testing these different strategies. One of these strategies might work better with another business. You might want to deploy one of these strategies, get it set up, build a process around it, and then move on to another one. You might find that one just doesn't work at all and you need to try or experiment with another strategy. And these are the strategies that I'm thinking about when I go to build my online business. And I'll leave you with one final thought here, is that once you figure out a strategy that works for you, you want to go all in. You want to double down. You want to 10x your effort in that vertical. So as soon as you have identified something that works, push all the chips in and really drive that, maximize it to its full potential. Hope you guys got value out of today's video. Go out there and crush it, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.